Welcome to tonight's broadcast of your Cabot Panthers taking on the Northside Grizzlies. For CHTV Sports, I'm Tristan Harlan, standing here with Evan Tonneson at Mayo Thompson Stadium. Evan, after last week's devastating loss to the Bryant Hornets, what do the Panthers need to do tonight in order to get back on the win column and guarantee a lock for the playoff?
Well, Tristan, I do believe that the Panthers' defense does need to come up with some big stops, especially on third down, and I believe that will secure the win for the Panthers.
We hope you enjoyed tonight's game, and before we get underway, we want to go to the 9th edition of the Panther Forum. We hope you enjoyed that, and as always, enjoy the game. For THTV Sports, I'm Tristan Harlan with Evan Tonneson. Go Panthers!
Welcome to the 9th edition of the Panther Forum. I'm Tristan Bates.
And I'm Tristan Harlan. Last week, the Panthers took on the Bryant Hornets at Panther Stadium. Let's take a look at the highlights from the game. The Hornets and Panthers took a majority of the first quarter to score. However, the Bryant Hornets scored first off a blocked punt that turned out to be a safety against the Panthers.
The Hornets continued scoring as Austin Ledbetter threw his first touchdown of the night, then completed the 2-point conversion.
Once the Hornets found the end zone, they didn't stop scoring as they put up 27 points in the first half. Cabot, however, was able to put up 10 points on the board, but that was the last time the Panthers scored for the rest of the game.
The second half was much of the same for the Hornets. They continued to dominate on the ground and in the air with no answer from the Panthers. The Hornets ended the game defeating the Panthers 55-10.
Tonight, the Panthers travel to Fort Smith to take on the Northside Grizzlies.
Tristan, after last week's defeat, are the Panthers going to have to play with something to prove?
They certainly are. The Panthers are going to come out with a chip on their shoulder and have extra motivation to win tonight's contest.
That is true. The chip on the Panthers' shoulder should make for an exciting game tonight.
This has been the 9th edition of the Panther Forum. I'm Tristan Bates.
And I'm Tristan Harlan. Go Panthers! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's broadcast of the Cabot Panthers playing the Northside Grizzlies. You saw before the game began, we broke down the game a little bit here tonight, and I just want to give you a reminder, just in case you might have forgot. I'm Tristan Harlan with Evan Tonneson, and Evan, I know we talked about it before the game, and you said the defense need to prevent those third down conversions on when we didn't have the ball. But is there anything more that we need to do?
I think our run game, if they've been watching film, they know that we've been throwing the ball more. If we run it effectively, I think the game won't even be close, Tristan.
Just a minute, mention some of the starters that you were talking about, Evan. Some of those running back is Graham Turner. Graham Turner's had a fantastic season so far. He's had a bunch of games where he's rushed for many yards. He's had games that he didn't rush for barely as many, but he was still effective in the catch in the receiving game or just on those third and shorts when we really needed him, and he got the first down. Another running back is Dante Barker. Dante was able to get those first downs, and since he's the power back that he is, he broke through the line of scrimmage and really got more yards than he expected to get. But we are getting set for kickoff here, and Evan, I want to bring up something that if we win tonight, we are guaranteed a lock for the playoff.
Tristan, right now we already have a lock. It's all about the seeding now. If we lose out, we play Bentonville, and Bentonville's a good team. But if we get a higher seed, we could be playing Rogers.
Well, talking to some of the players for the Cabot Panthers before tonight's game, before we arrived here in Fort Smith, they were saying, if we win tonight, we're guaranteed a spot in the playoff. But if we find a way to beat North Little Rock, who hasn't had the season that they usually do with them going undefeated and having really big time wins, if we find a way to beat North Little Rock next week in Panther Stadium, then we have home field advantage. And right now, the seeding for the playoff is the Bryant Hornets at 5-0, the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats at 4-1, the Conway Wampus Cats at 4-1, the Catholic Rockets at 4-1, the Cabot Panthers at 2-3 on conference. This is conference now. The Little Rock Central Tigers at 1-4, Fort Smith Northside, who we're playing tonight, at 0-5, and then Fort Smith Southside at 0-5. So just to go over last week's game a little bit more, we played Bryant, and at Panther Stadium we lost 55-10. What a heartbreaker that was, Evan. You know, when you play those big-time teams, not many people were expecting a lot of points from the Panthers, but that fighting spirit that the Panthers usually have just came out, and we were able to get something going against the #1 team in our conference. But just when you play a big-time team like that, there's really nothing you can do because they overpower you and they just find ways to score when you didn't think.
I think one thing people were more surprised was the score at halftime. They only had 27 points. Normally they have 48, and their starters don't even play. Their starters were in until the fourth quarter. That was the first game their starters played in the fourth quarter.
And that's a good point you make about the Bryant Hornets not really playing their starters in the second half. I don't know if you remember, or if a lot of people watching at home remember, but the Panthers and the Hornets took, I want to say, a majority of the first quarter, the first half even, to score anything. But, you know, once Bryant got on the scoreboard, they just continued and continued and continued. And there really wasn't anything that the Panthers could do to really stop them because they had the hit going into halftime to quarterback Tyler G that could put him out for a couple plays. He came back in the second half, but it's just the fact that Tyler G, as he had injury problems last season, not this season, but last season, and just some of those might have come back up, and we hope he's good. He's good and ready for tonight's game because this is really a must-win for the Panthers.
This is a game that they're expected to win, and if they win this game, it'll put them good momentum. After losing to Bryant, they'll have some more momentum going their way against North Little Rock, and hopefully they can beat North Little Rock. Catholic beat North Little Rock, so I think we can beat North Little Rock.
Well, North Little Rock and Bryant has been two teams that we've really struggled with in the past. But this is a new season. We got a new coach, new offensive and defensive scheme. Coach Reed has had a great year his first season here at Cabot, and there's only room for growth as the seasons go on as him being the Panthers head coach. So I wouldn't be surprised next season if we have even a better year and lose no more than 2 games, and then the season after that, once we graduate, the Panthers go undefeated and have the throne like the Bryant Hornets and the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats have had.
As the coin is about to be tossed.
Evan, as we await the coin toss and await the referees, official ruling, oh, here it goes. I think Cabot won the toss. And it looks like Cabot will receive the ball to start the game.
The Cabot Panthers have won the toss and will receive.
Evan, I want to bring something up, or I want your prediction more or less. What do you think the score of tonight's game is going to be, if you just had to take a wild guess?
I'd say 34-10.
See Cabot taking the win here tonight?
I see Cabot taking the win here tonight.
As the Panthers are taking the field here, your Panthers come into this game after a loss to the Hornets, as we've mentioned already. They come in at 5-3. All 3 of their losses are in conference play as the Grizzlies are taking the field now. The Panthers are in the white and the Grizzlies are in the red, just in case you may not have known, because both teams have kind of a similar color scheme here. However, just a winning kickoff here at Mayo Thompson Stadium. This is senior night for the Grizzlies, so a lot of their seniors, this is pretty much the last home game of their high school careers. And this next week they play Fort Smith Southside, their big rival. However, I know this Panther team is hungry and they're playing with a chip on their shoulder from last week's loss. And there's no doubt in my mind that the Panthers are going to try to not embarrass the Grizzlies, but win tonight and put a sour taste in the seniors' mouth.
As they are getting ready for kickoff.
Leading off for Northside, number 44, David Moore.
As the kick sailed out of bounds.
So the Panthers will take over with good field position here. They're about their own 35-yard line.
First and 10, their own 35-yard line.
3 receivers out, 1 on the left, 2 on the right. Just hands it off to Graham Turner for a gain about 2, maybe 3 on the play.
Turner on the carry for Cabot. Number 19, Conley Bones, and number 95, Malik Thomas on the
As
top
you have
for the Grizzlies.
the wide receivers as decoys.
Short game brings
Of course,
up second and 9
DeCyra
for
Rudolph out there,
their own 36
and Jake
yard line.
Mowdy, and then you also have Tanner Wilson, all 3 good players.
Well, the Grizzlies are coming into this game expecting a big game for Rudolph as G steps up in the pocket, rolls out, still rolling. He's just going to throw it across his body here, and that's going to be intercepted. Same thing that happened against Little Rock Central. His first pass is an interception.
Intercepted by number 18, Monte Parks.
That was intercepted by number 18, Monte Parks, for the
It'll be first and
Grizzlies.
10, Grizzlies ball spotted at the Cabot 32-yard line.
Want to bring up something here for the offense, even though G threw an interception. I was talking with head coach Scott Reed, and he said that Kyle Rudolph and G have broke many records as it's passing yards, passing touchdowns, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns. Grizzlies will snap for first down, throws just a quick little pass over to the sideline there, catches it still in bounds.
Gain about 3 on the play.
Caught by number 5, Jackson King, for the Grizzlies.
Second down.
Right down about at the 30-yard line. It'll be second down here for the Grizzlies.
Ball spotted
As there is
29-yard line.
10:55 left in the first quarter.
2 outright, 1 to the left. He fakes the handoff to 33, steps up in the pocket, almost right. He is wrapped up and sacked in the backfield. What a great sack to start us off here, Evan, for the Panthers to get some momentum going here early.
Those are those big stops that we were talking about. You know, one sack leads to another. It gets in the quarterback's head for sure because he knows that they're coming. It gets him jittery.
Well, it is 3rd and 13 here for the Grizzlies. Evan, do you expect them to run it or pass it here?
I expect them to pass it. That's a long 3rd down.
Passes up. That is going to be caught wide open by number 13 for the Fort Smith Grizzlies. That's Preston Ball.
As last year, that's the same play that got us in trouble with Catholic over the middle.
Well, really all season the defense has struggled with the over-the-middle pass, but they have came up deep balls and really scored. To be 1st and goal for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. As it hands off here to number 33, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. It's going to be Todd Massey on the run there.
Speaks on the stop for Cabot. Second,
Tom
4,
Massey with
ball
the
spotted at the 5.
run to increase the yardage for the Grizzlies here as they look to score first here in tonight's game. Seven sends a man in motion here. Hands it off. No,
Nope,
he keeps it
it.
himself.
Norwood on the keeper, dropped in the backfield.
As he is sacked for a loss of 2.
That'll be Drayden Norwood on the run there, their starting quarterback.
Key on the stop.
As now it will be 3rd and 6.
3rd and 7, ball spotted at Cabot, 8-yard line.
So at the Panthers' 8-yard line, it's 3rd and 7 here for the Northside Grizzlies. Norwood is the lone man in the backfield as a flag is called. Most likely will be false start here as we wait the referee's decision. No, it'll be on the Panthers. Looks to be
Offsides against the Panther.
offsides on the Panthers, so they'll move up 5.
As there's 8:42 in the first quarter.
Norwood, lone man in the backfield, sends a man in motion, snaps it, fakes the handoff, throws it over the middle. That is going to be caught for a Grizzlies touchdown. That is caught by number 5, Jackson King, on the little jump pass there. Did you see how the quarterback got that ball in the end zone?
It's that little jump pass. I see that on Saturdays.
Yes, I remember one time when Tim Tebow did that to the LSU Tigers.
I'll make a hold. Stanton to attempt the extra point.
As a matter of fact, they throw that to most of their linemen.
Big boy plays, Donaldson. Big boy plays. As the PAT is up and is going to be good for the Grizzlies. 8:33 left here in the first quarter of play. Your Panthers are down 7-0.
As they get on the clock with 8:33 left, or get on the scoreboard.
We wait the kickoff here.
Number 44, Jacob Moore to kick off for Northside.
So we wait the kickoff here. Evan, what's something from that first opening drive for the Grizzlies that the Panthers can't have in order to win tonight's game?
That interception, that's something that can't happen on the first drive. That gives them the momentum for the whole game. The second play of the game, they get an interception that makes them feel like they're on top of the world.
Well, want to throw it back to against the Little Rock Central Tigers. Tyler G throws a pick 6, actually. That's going to be returned for the Panthers.
Number 5, Braden J on the return. Stop
Braden
number
J.
22.
However, I want to, like I said, I want to throw it back to the Little Rock Central game. Tyler G starts out the game with a pick 6. Panthers go down 7-0, and from there, Tyler G and company just continue to torch the Tigers' defense. So the Grizzlies don't need to really get on the high horse yet, because there's still a lot of time in this ball game. And right, who knows? G could throw a touchdown pass to Kyra Rudolph right now, right here. 3 receivers, fakes the hand. No, he will hand the ball off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner around the outside. He'll be dropped at about the 25-yard line, maybe 26 there.
And you were talking about how he threw pick 6 against Central. Every coach says it. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. You got to, as a player, you got to be able to just shake off the play, shake off your bad plays, and focus on the next one.
Well, that's something I was saying to start the season. You got to play 4 quarters. You can't play 3, can't play 2. You got to play all 4. As G will hand the ball off to Graham Turner once again. Graham Turner with a gaping hole there. Well, Evan Tonneson, do you know what this will be?
I believe it's a Cabot Panther first down.
It'll be the first one tonight. This will be the first Cabot Panther first down. First down there by Graham Turner. It's a good first down call, Evan. Panthers in the I formation, fakes the handoff, gives it to Kyle Carmack. No, G will throw it deep with this one. Kyle Rudolph is wide open. Kyle Rudolph catches it 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he'll be knocked out of bounds by, looks like his face mask at about the 1 yard line.
As that is a big play, as that's what Cairo is mostly made of, big plays.
That's what we did against Pine Bluff to start the season. We ran a lot of that I formation, and Kyle Rudolph was open 99.9% of the time because the defense thinks they're going to run it. But G pulls that ball back, and he steps back and throws it deep, and that's what happens.
I didn't know if we were going to run that play again. That one, Cairo and the whole football team, some ice cream from the Yarnell sweetest play of the week where they hand it to Kyler Carmack and throws it deep to Cairo.
Well, either way it goes, that was another sweet play there. So I wouldn't be surprised if Yarnell puts that up for nominations if we don't see more of that here tonight, Evan.
Ball started at the 1 yard line.
6:51 left to go in the first quarter of play. Cabot with the second and goal at the 1 yard line. G keeps it himself. He's rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, and that will be the first ever Cabot first touchdown of the night. So it'll be a Cabot Panther touchdown. So after the play, after the quarterback keeper there to get in the end zone, it'll be 6-0. Rhett Thurman comes back on the field. Rhett Thurman was sidelined last week with an injury after he hurt himself. Hope Rhett Thurman can make it through the game without getting hurt again. Rhett Thurman's PAT is up, and it is good. So the Cabot Panthers tied up 7-7. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, even though this is a football game, don't forget that the Cabot High School Theater has Camp Rock going on soon. The theater department works very hard on the productions, and myself, I don't know about you, Thompson, can't wait to go see this live production at Camp Rock. It's sure to be a great one.
Back deep to receive for the Northside Grizzlies, number 9, Crowside. Kicking off for the Cabot Panthers, number 12, Thurman.
So the score is 7-7 here. Top ball game. Flag does come out on the play.
Around the 29-yard line as Drayden Norwood is out for the year as his older brother is a starting cornerback for Oklahoma.
Push in the back on the return team. 10 yards from the spot and pass. First down.
First and 10 for Northside.
So it'll be a first and 10 for Northside here at their own, at about the 20-yard line. 6:31 left. Ball is on the 19-yard line to be exact. Calls for a snap, hands the ball off. No, he keeps it himself. That'll be batted away. No, almost intercepted there.
Pass intended for Clayton. Tip to the line of scrimmage. Second down.
What a great tip there that was by the Cabot defense.
By senior Mason Wade.
So it'll be second down here for the Grizzlies. We'll hand the ball off here. Breaks one. It does break another. He's just pushed back. That'll be rushed by number 21, Seth Fields on the play.
Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Grizzlies.
So we bring up third down here for the Grizzlies. Evan, that second drive by the Panthers. What a great scoring drive that was.
That's what you were talking about. They just came back and scored right after they threw pick 6 to Central, as Northside has an injured player on the field.
Hope everything is okay. And that looks to be number 21, Seth Fields, who is just on the run there. So that's a big blow for the running department for the Grizzlies here. Third down, drops back, looks, rumbling, throws it. No, that's incomplete, but a flag comes out.
Intended for ball incomplete, flag on the play.
Flag was the pass was intended for ball.
Pass interference on the defense. 15 yards from the.
So that was a pass interference there on the Panthers after the low chip block or low chip hit. So it'll be an automatic first down here for the Grizzlies.
Grizzlies, ball spotted at the 33-yard line.
Ball will be spotted on the 33-yard line. 5:49 left to go in the first quarter of play.
Flag on the play.
Another flag does come out. That'll likely be offsides on the Panthers.
Mason Wade.
Just anxious to get to that quarterback to really lay a smackdown on him. Actually, as you could probably hear, one of Cabot's coaches yelling at the defense, "What are you doing? You got offsides. Get your butt back on the line." Coach can't be happy with that.
Had a snap infraction on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
Oh, it was a false start on the offense. We thought it was going to be offsides. What mostly happened was the false start drew Mason Wade offsides because he thought the ball was snapped, so that's probably why he jumped. So it'll be 1st and 15 here for the Grizzlies. There's a fumble on the play, and Cabot will recover it. That's recovered by number 19 for the Panthers. That is
Payson Woods.
What a great recovery that was for Payson Woods, as the Panthers will take over with great field position, Evan.
On the 25. It's great for them. They it looked to be 80 yards. Cairo had a 79-yard reception, and Tyler G ran in for the other 1 yard that they needed.
Well, don't be surprised if you see a pass to Tanner Wilson for the touchdown here. G will fake. No, he does hand it off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner just doesn't gain much. He's down to about the 25.
As there's 5:35 left in the first quarter.
Conley Bone and Malik Thomas on the stop for Northside.
So it'll be second down here for the Panthers after the short gain of yards by Turner.
No gain brings up 2nd and 10. Ball spotted at the 26.
3 receivers, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. G drops back, looks, throws it deep with this one. That's going to be incomplete. Number 6 for the Northside Grizzlies was all over him. It's Walker Catstavius.
Thorn in coverage for the Grizzlies.
I think the reason they didn't call that there was they were both grabbing each other.
That is true. When you're both playing physical coverage, then there's going to be no flag on either party. So it will be a third down for the Panthers. G drops back, looks, throws it over the middle. That's going to be almost caught by Cairo Rudolph, but it's just over his hands. So 4th down will be coming up here.
Do you think they will bring out Rhett Thurman to kick a field goal, or will they go for it? Because right here that's about as good as any punt.
Honestly, right here, I don't think you bring Rhett Thurman out yet. You want to preserve him from the injury, and you just want to get something going for your offense. So I think G will stay on the field as he does. G sends a man in motion. 3 receivers to Cairo. Low man on the right.
5 seconds on the play clock.
Jake Mowdy and Tanner Wilson, the 2 on the left. G drops back, looks. That is going to be incomplete.
Kick for Mounty.
So that will be a turnover on downs for the Cabot Panthers.
For the Grizzlies.
Javon Mills was all over the
First down,
receiver,
Northside.
was all over Mowdy on the play, but once again, no call. So the Grizzlies will take over here after the turnover on downs. Drayden Norwood is the quarterback here. Doesn't hand it off, just throws it. Quick little pass, caught by number 9, Taheen Prosee.
Second and 5, ball caught at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 5 here for the Northside Grizzlies. I want to thank all our fans watching here tonight. Norwood runs an option play here, pitches it off to his running back at the 30, 35,
As
40.
there will be a hold.
So there's 2 flags on the play.
Massey on the carry, flag on the play.
Massey is on the carry there, that is. Ty Massey is. Senior cornerback Carson Attaway really hyped after the tackle there, the big hit he laid.
They're the run on the offense. 10 yards from the spot on the foul. Replay to that.
So after 2 flags on both teams, they would cancel each other out, so they would just replay the down, Evan.
Remember to get your 50-50 tickets from the Northside Insteppers during the first half of tonight's ball game.
Evan, so far are you liking the game?
I'm loving it, Tristan. Even though we're not winning, I like watching a good ball game. I don't necessarily like watching blowouts. There's no fun in it.
It's no fun to call them neither. It's good, exciting Cabot Panther football. It's what the fans love. It's what we love. It's what everybody here at CHTV loves. There's another flag on the play. See what the referee.
Ball start on the offense.
So the flag was on the Grizzlies. So the Grizzlies will move back. However, Tonneson, Evan, like we were talking about, the exciting football games. We've called a few. We called the one in Catholic at War Memorial. We've seen a couple, and it's Cabot Panther football team is just one that you don't want to miss when you get the chance to watch them or come out live to see them. So there's a pitch there.
He is wrapped up and brought down around the 17-yard line.
Be wrapped up at tackle for a loss.
Spinks on the stop for the Panthers.
Will be 3rd down here for
Third and long for the Grizzlies. Ball
the
spotted
Grizzlies,
on
3rd and
16-yard
long.
line.
As there is 3:45 left in the first quarter.
Third and long here for the Grizzlies. Norwood calls for a snap, drops back, looks, scrambles out of the pocket. 2 Cabot defenders are rushing him, and he'll just throw it short there. And he does not get the first down, so that will be a 4th down coming up for the Northside Grizzlies. With a great evade from the pressure that was for Norwood.
22-yard line where it's 4th down.
As they will punt it.
Number 44, Dagan Moore in punt formation for the Grizzlies.
And right now,
Number 3,
your
Rudolph
Cabot
Matthews
Panthers
received for the Panthers.
next week opponents, North Little Rock Wildcats. They are playing Bryant right now, number 1 seed, giving them a run for their money, 7-7 in the first quarter with 5 minutes to go.
Well, that's the top 2 seeds in our conference, so either way, which either team wins there could have home field advantage, and if North Little Rock finds a way to beat Bryant, we go beat North Little Rock. That's going to look good for the Panthers. As we want to wish everybody a happy 1st of November here. To be 1st and 10 here for the Panthers. G sends Cairo DeCairo Rudolph in motion here.
Hands it off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner gets across the 50 to about the 52-yard line.
Brought down by number 19, Conley Bone.
Great run there. He was brought down by number 19, Conley Bone.
Turner crosses midfield. Will be 1st and 10 Panthers. Ball spot at the Grizzly 48-yard line.
We want to tell everybody watching the stream tonight that the Popeyes chicken sandwich is back. The famous chicken sandwich is.
As Braden Jay is brought down in the backfield around the 47-yard line.
And that was a loss of word. I was at loss of words there, but like I was saying, the iconic Popeyes chicken sandwich is back. You better go get yours at your participating Popeyes restaurants while they last.
No, that's Braden.
G drops back, looks, throw it to Graham Turner in the flat. Graham Turner around the 50. Evan, do you know what that will be?
That will be a 3rd down for your Cabot Panthers.
Yes, it will be.
Marcus Wright Jr. on the stop. Brings up 3rd and 8 for the Panthers. Ball spot at the Northside 46-yard line.
Thought it was going to be a 1st down. It's okay. We're about to get a 1st down.
I sure hope so, Tristan.
Me too. This one of the coaches is talking to Tyler G, telling him what play they want to run.
As there's a minute 05 left in the 1st quarter.
Everybody's punched on the line of scrimmage here. G drops back, steps up in the pocket, has nowhere to go as he's wrapped up and sacked by big number 94 for the Grizzlies. That's Khalik Thomas. He's a junior.
4th down from the 49-yard line of the Panthers.
Here comes Rhett Thurman on the punt. This is
for the Panthers, back deep to receive.
where Rhett Thurman experienced his injury.
Monte Parks.
As hopefully Rhett can pin them deep in their own territory. As it will be at the 26-yard line. With 28 seconds left for them to score in the 1st quarter.
We've had an exciting 1st quarter, Evan.
I think so, Tristan.
Grizzly Cubs finished 5-2 on the season. Congratulations on a great season. Northside Grizzly football would like to cheer on the Darby Rangers.
As the Grizzlies are trotting out on the field here for their next possession. We wait to snap from Norwood. Norwood sends his running back in motion here. Hands the ball off to, no, he keeps it himself. Steps in the pocket, has nowhere to go. He's just wrapped up after a gain of maybe 1 on the play, Evan.
Hopefully, Cabot can come up with some more big stops, keeping them off the scoreboard. That way our offense can do some work on their side of the ball and get us some touchdowns. As this quarter will most likely come to an end, and it will. And must we remind you that Cabot High School, we are having a play, Camp Rock.
The CHS Theater Department works very hard on the excellent performances they put together for the students, for the parents, for the faculty, for everybody in the city of Cabot. So we hope you enjoy it, and go Panthers. Welcome to the 2nd quarter of play. Still a tie ball game here in Fort Smith. The Grizzlies have the ball. Norwood drops back, throws it. Oh, this dropped.
Norwood's pass, incomplete, just the throw side.
That is dropped by number 9, Tahini Prasehi.
Rawls in coverage for the Panthers. 3rd and 10 for the Grizzlies. Ball spot their own 27-yard line.
Be 3rd down here for the Grizzlies. Evan, this is some of the 3rd down stops you were talking about pre-game that the Panthers needed to have in order to win tonight's game.
This is definitely one of them right here.
Drops back, Norwood looks, steps up in the pocket, rushes out. He has room. He pump fakes once.
Keeps it.
Breaks one. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the 1st down marker.
Forced out of bounds by Underwood for Cabot.
He was forced out of bounds by Justin Underwood. It looks like the punting unit may be coming out here for the Grizzlies.
As they will mark him short
36-yard line.
of about a foot.
Well, when you have close
Moore's gonna come in and punt for the Grizzlies.
4th downs like that, you just got to play it safe this early on in the ball game. Tie ball game, there's nothing to really lose here so far for the Grizzlies, so they're just going to bring out their punting unit.
Especially when you're on the 35.
That is true. Give your opponent better field position as that punt is high. A great punt. Kyra Rudolph is just waving it off here as that receives the good and lucky bounce the Grizzlies wanted.
Moore's punt's gonna be down
The
by
15-yard line.
Down around the 15-yard line will be 1st and 10 Panthers.
As there is 11:39 on the clock.
You can now get all your Northside athletic information from the Northside
So,
Grizzlies athletic app. Download from the app store for free.
Your Cabot Panthers are coming out here in their own territory once again, ready to put the first points on the board here in the 2nd quarter to go into halftime with the lead.
You're on YouTube at live987.com with Bud Sawyer and Jeff Ferris calling the action.
Two receivers out for the Panthers. Hands the ball off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner finds a hole. He breaks one.
And
he trucks a defender.
Turner on the carry for the Panthers.
That's what I said earlier. The run game. It's looking pretty good tonight.
Really is. Everything's looking good so far for the Panthers.
Pickup of 8 brings up 2nd and 2 for Cabot. Ball spotted their own 23-yard line.
So the Panthers will have a 2nd and short here. Looks like there's a monster truck outside, Evan. They will hand it off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner finds a gaping hole. He has a burst of speed, and he's down at about the 45-yard line.
As that was a great run by Graham Turner right there.
It'll be 1st and 10 Panthers. Ball spot their own
He had one
45-yard
defender
line.
to beat. One defender. That was a touchdown, but that was a great run by him.
Evan, after that big-time run, you know what it is?
I believe that's a 1st down.
It's a Cabot. You just ruined it for me. It is a Cabot Panther. 1st down. 3 receivers. Kyra Rudolph and Brandon J are out. Brandon J with the ball. He just
Jay on the carry.
gets about 5 there.
Clark's on the stop for Northside. Pickup of 4 on the play. Ball be spotted the 49-yard line of Cabot. 2nd down. Don't forget to get your 50-50 tickets.
Be 2nd down here for the Panthers. 3 receivers out for G. G was just going to hand it off to Graham Turner again. Graham Turner tries to spin off from a defender. No luck there.
As it will be 3rd down with 9 minutes and 50 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
So far, it's a slow 2nd quarter here for both teams, Evan, but there's no doubt in my mind that the Panthers will get a 1st down here, and then the next play, if not this play, they'll get a touchdown.
As Braden J is out as a wide receiver, as he had a couple of big catches against Catholic.
G drops back, throws it. That'll be caught
as he will be short about a yard. I believe that is Gage Morrow.
That is Gage Morrow.
Coach.
Big tight end number 81. So it will be a 4th down. I guess they didn't get the 1st down as I predicted. So Rhett Thurman will come back out for the punt.
Brings up 4th down and a short 2. Thurman will come into punt with Parks back deep to receive for the Grizzlies.
Parks is back deep to receive for the Grizzlies. Rhett Thurman has the snap. Punt is high, and it looks like it has a good spiral. They're just going to wave it off.
Parks with the fair catch for
Be
Northside.
fielded
It'll be 1st and 10 Grizzlies. Ball spot their own 13.
on the
The Grizzlies
13-yard
would like
line.
to thank Southern Star, Sawyers, and Reichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, for being official team sponsors of
So,
Northside
Evan,
Grizzlies football.
The Grizzlies are pinned deep in their own territory. Do you think that they're going to find something, or do you think that they're going to see another 3 and out here?
Not too late to join Northside Athletic Booster Club.
They may
Help
find
support
something.
all of Northside
They may
Athletics.
get one of those
Booster
big
Club is
plays
Booster
that happens every
Western
now and
Virginia,
then.
selling t-shirts and memberships.
If that happens, I believe our Panthers can stop them.
What a good hit that was.
Pass complete to pro size.
Pass was complete to pro
Rawls will
size.
stop for the Panthers.
Like he was stopped there by number 39 of the Panthers, Mason Wade.
2nd down for the Grizzlies. Ball spot their own 17-yard line.
2nd down here on the Grizzlies' own 17-yard line.
With 8 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half.
It is handed off here to number 32 on the Grizzlies. That's going to be Ty. It's going to be
Massey on the
Ty
carry for the
Massey.
Grizzlies. Brings up 3rd and 3 for the Grizzlies. Ball spot their own 20-yard line.
So the Grizzlies are at their own 20-yard line, 3rd and 3. Do you think they're going to hand it off to Massey again, or are they going to throw it here?
Looks like they're going to hand it off again.
No, they
Oh,
would
no.
throw it, and that's going to be incomplete. What great pressure that was by number 59, Hayden Matthews.
Scrimmage.
So another 3 and out there for the Grizzlies.
Brings up 4th
Punting
down.
unit will come out here.
As they have a pretty good punter.
They do.
He's pinned us deep almost every time.
Back deep to receive.
Their punter is
Panthers,
number
Rudolph.
44, Dagon Moore. As DeCyra Rudolph is the lone man in the back to receive this punt. Kyra will call for the fair
Rudolph
catch,
with the
and
fair
he will.
catch for the
The
Panthers.
ball will be down at about the
Ball spot
45-yard
the
line.
46-yard line. We'll have 1st and 10.
So
With-
here come the Panthers on their next possession.
With 8 minutes
Nissan
left.
Titan is the official truck of Northside Grizzlies football. You score more with or Nissan. The Grizzlies would like to thank Hardee's for providing tonight's pregame meal, and they'd like to thank Raising Cane's for providing the food in the press box. Feed your game face with Raising Cane's.
So the Panthers are coming out looking to score something here before halftime. Evan, how do you think we're gonna? How do you think we're facing this drive? Do you think we're gonna run it more like we did last drive, or do you think we're gonna air it out more this drive?
I honestly see a little bit of both. Run some time off the clock and get a touchdown.
Handoff was faked.
G on the pass,
He
incomplete.
tries to throw it to number 4, Jake Mowdy. Just couldn't find a receiver there.
Mills in coverage for
Well, over his
Northside.
head. So it'll be 2nd down here for the Cabot Panthers. Three receivers. Braden J is low man on the right. Hands it off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner breaks one, breaks another. Graham Turner's in green. 30, 25, 20, 15. He's just pushed out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
As a flag comes down.
Thorne, flag on the play.
I don't know if you saw it, but what a, I guess two Grizzly defenders just smacked each other in the head after Graham Turner made a miss. So we're going to go to the referee to see what the flag is all about. Does it look to be a face mask call there?
After the penalty, it's first and goal for the Panthers. Ball spotted at the 4-yard line.
Be a face mask call there on the Grizzlies. It'll be first and goal for the Panthers here. G sends Mounty in motion. Fakes the handoff to Mounty. G will keep it himself. Breaks one, breaks two, and he is in.
Touchdown, Panthers.
That is another touchdown for the Panthers. G with his second touchdown of the night.
And only using 18 seconds of the clock.
Man, oh man, what a great offense we have this year.
Looking great, Tristan. Looking great.
Like I said in the Panther forum, the Panthers are going to play with a chip on their shoulder tonight, and they're probably going to try to put up 55 like Bryant did on them last week.
As Rhett Thurman is kicking the PAT.
PAT is up and is good.
With 7:42 remaining in the second quarter, the Cabot Panthers 14, the Northside Grizzlies 7. Northside trying to keep the receive for Northside. Thurman kickoff for the Panthers.
So after the great drive put together by the Panthers here, they scored
With 7:42 left in the first half. Up 14-7.
So Rhett Thurman looks to pin the Grizzlies deep here. Kickoff is underway here as Rhett Thurman just boots it deep. It's not going to be returnable as it just rolls out of bounds, so a flag will come out. Grizzlies will get great field position after the kick rolls out of bounds.
Northside Grizzlies would like to thank their corporate sponsors and all that they do for Northside.
At the 35-yard line.
Sites, USA Truck, McDonald's, Baptist Health, Mercy, First National Bank, Fort Smith, Taco Bell, ArcBest, Blaylock Heating Air and Plumbing
So the Grizzlies will take over here at the 35-yard line.
Bell Reynolds and Coca-Cola. First and 10 Grizzlies, ball spot at their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 for the Northside Grizzlies. Dorwood is the quarterback in for the Grizzlies. Sends a man in motion. We'll hand the ball off to him. That's going to be number 9, Taheen.
Forced out of bounds by number 30, Underwood for Cabot.
As they threw Carson on the ground as there's no flag, as the refs acted like
They didn't see it?
they didn't see it.
Well, Carson doesn't look shaken up. He just looks angry.
As the refs will talk about it.
Dead ball, personal foul.
As they did call it.
Man, Northside's coach looks very upset with that call. He's going to have to be careful. The referee might eject him for tonight's game, Evan.
As only 5 seconds have ran off the clock. 7 minutes and 37 seconds.
That will move the Panthers, or the Grizzlies, back a good chunk of yards after the kick rolled out of bounds. So that's got to be a knife in their momentum if they gained any from the kick rolling out of bounds.
Puts them at their 20-yard line.
So it'll be first down for the Grizzlies. As it looks to be a timeout here.
On the Grizzlies.
So they're going to call a timeout. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back at the resume of tonight's game.
When I have an HVAC problem or plumbing problem, I call up 782-8940. That's 782-8940. Blaylock Heating and Air. So the have a red truck rolling your way today, give us a call. That's Blaylock Heating and Air Conditioning for all of your heating, cooling, plumbing, and drain cleaning needs, and great York home products. It's just one number you need to know. That's 782-8940.
After the penalty, it's 2nd and 24 for Northside. Ball spotted at their own 21-yard line.
So we are back at the start of the action here. 2nd now for the Grizzlies. Norwood still in at quarterback. Fakes the handoff, steps up in the pocket, almost gets sacked. Kiahi is rushing him. He pushes him out of bounds.
Norwood forced out of bounds by Cady.
17-yard line.
So Evan, how's North Little Rock doing against Southside so far?
Well, Tristan, they are
Brings up
have
3rd and long
still
for the Grizzlies. Ball
held
spotted
them to
on
7 points as
17-yard line.
it is still tied up 7-7. Second quarter with 8 minutes to go.
In your opinion, who's going to win that game, North Little Rock or Bryant?
I would love to see North Little Rock take down Bryant tonight.
Norwood drops back, steps up in the pocket, throws it. That's going to be just missed. The wideout's going to be kicking himself there. That's intended for number 85, James Clayton. Go back to that North Little Rock game. So you want to see North Little Rock take that win?
I do. Bryant's been on top too long.
Where are they playing at? Are they playing in Bryant or are they playing in North Little Rock?
I think it's North Little Rock.
Well, that's going to be a great momentum shaker for the playoff if North Little Rock can come out with the win at home.
Rudolph makes a fair catch at the 49-yard line.
Kyle Rudolph will fair catch the punt at the 49-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Panthers coming up here.
There's 7 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half.
First and 10 here for the Panthers. G calls for the snap, hands it off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner around to the outside. He almost gets the first down on the run there.
Brings up a 2nd and 3 for the Panthers.
It'll be 2nd and 3 here for the Panthers.
42-yard line.
You think it's about time to see another deep pass from Tyler G here, Evan?
I would love one, but time is key in this game, and I think they should run some of the clock off
Turner on the carry.
before they put in another one.
Mills
You don't want to give them too much time to score.
Scrimmage for Northside.
That's true. You don't want to give them too much time, as
It'll be a loss of 1.
Cabot knows that oh too well when Pine Bluff gave us a little too much time. Or no, it was Catholic that gave us too much time, and we scored in, what was it, 20 seconds?
It was 4 seconds. One deep pass to Cairo.
Well, Tyler G and Cairo do have a dangerous connection here that not a lot of people can stop.
Timeout, Cabot.
Cabot does call the timeout here. Want to go over something. Coach wants to go over something with their players. So, Evan, it's 3rd down here for your team. If you're coach reading that huddle, what are you telling your guys?
This, every play is important, but this one right here is especially important, knowing that you're not getting the ball coming out at half. So I believe that you need to get this conversion right here. It'd be great for our offense momentum. We can get another touchdown right here and get another stop, get the ball back. It gives us it makes their Northside's coach go in the locker room mad, and that's not what players like to see, is their coaches mad, and it'll get them mad at each other.
The third down is coming up as both teams are back on the field after the timeout. Graham is the running back in the game for the Panthers. G sends Wilson in motion. G rolls out of the pocket, has defenders coming. He throws it, and that's going to be almost caught there by number 29, Tanner Wilson.
10 for Wilson. Broken up by number 16.
As Rhett Thurman is coming out.
Fourth down.
Thurman is coming out for the punt.
For Cabot. Back deep to receive for the Grizzlies, number 18, Monte Parks.
Oh, as
Ooh.
Rhett Thurman is dropped, and there will be a flag.
Be roughing the kicker there.
Parks with the fair catch.
Gotta let him land.
Gotta let him land. And Northside could have been going for that hip because you remember Rhett Thurman did hurt his hip, so they could have been playing dirty there and trying to get him out of the game because when it is time for a big-time kick, Rhett Thurman is no short end of the stick, so to speak, and he will make that big-time kick.
I do believe that they were not going for the dirty hit. I think as an athlete, every player knows how it feels to be hurt, and they don't want that for any other player.
Well, for Northside, you got to know that if we lose tonight, Cabot is guaranteed for a playoff spot. This don't want to, on your senior night, you don't want to go out with a loss. So they, not saying they did do it dirty. They did try to dirty hit Rhett Thurman. I'm just saying it could have happened. But after the penalty, it will be another first down for the Panthers. G calls for the snap, hands it off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner threw a gaping hole of the offensive line after great blocks.
It's a gain of 5. With 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first half, your Cabot Panthers up 14-7.
So it'll be on the Grizzlies 33 here. Second down for the Panthers. G calls for the snap, drops back, pump fakes, looks, has a man rushing him. He breaks away from it. He just throws it. That's going to be intercepted. No, he dropped it.
As the man who rushed G looked to stay down for a while.
Malik Thomas applying the pressure in the backfield.
Thomas was the man applying pressure in the backfield. Drayden Norwood was the man almost getting the interception. So it'll be third down here for the Panthers. The offensive line has got to give G a little bit more time to get some stuff, get the passes in the end zone.
As you have Cairo and Braden J on one side and Kyler Carmack on the other. So he hands it off to Graham Turner, and he is wrapped up as a gain of 1.
Do you think we're going to go for it, or do you think Rhett Thurman's going to kick a field goal?
I believe he's going to go for it.
Coach Reed is an aggressive man, so this is a good call here by the Panthers. Be fourth down here for the Panthers. Offense will stay on the field. G sends a man in motion, fakes the handoff, drops back, throws it. That's what he caught. That's going to be a first down for the Panthers.
Caught by Graham Turner. Not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it.
That's what we were saying, talking about his previous games this season. Not only is he a threat in the backfield, but he's a threat on the line of scrimmage going out for passes. So be
4 minutes and 37 seconds left as the clock stopped as he ran out of bounds.
G hands it off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner, if he would have broke that one, he might have been gone. He's wrapped up by number 31, Stetson Van Mater. Be second down for the Panthers here. Evan, as you mentioned, Tom, we sure are taking a lot of time off the clock with this drive here. Do you like Coach Reed's decision to chew clock off so the Grizzlies don't have time to do anything?
I do like that decision. As I already said, we're not getting the ball out of halftime. So if we score here, it puts us up 2 touchdowns, and not only if we run time off the clock and they don't score, it's 2 touchdowns, but if they do score, it's still a touchdown.
Well, remember, we did elect to receive to start the game, so at halftime we will be giving the ball back to the Grizzlies after a great catch there by Kyle Rudolph. It'll be first and goal for the Panthers.
As Cabot does have a pretty good crowd for a windy, chilly night.
3 hours away from home, especially. Graham Turner spins away from a defender, and he's dropped at about the 10-yard line. But like you were saying with the Cabot faithful, I've seen these people travel anywhere to see their Panthers play, and even 3 hours away isn't far enough to keep fans away from this team.
No Ottman on the stop for Northside. Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. Ball
There's
spotted
3
at the
minutes and
9-yard line
30
for Northside.
seconds left.
Second down for the Panthers is they are back in that I formation. G looks to pass, throws it, and that would be caught. That's going to be a touchdown. That's going to be a touchdown for the Panthers. That's going to be caught by number 7, Kyler Carmack.
That was a great catch by Kyler right there. Great ball placement by Tyler G. That is a good connection between those two right there.
Well, Kyler Carmack, as you may know, is the backup quarterback for G if he does go down. But even when he's playing receiver, they're just another dynamic duo that defenses have to study film and have to watch out for going in the games. Trent Thurman is out to kick the extra point. It is up and he's good.
As the Panthers will come out and kick off.
Number 9, taking Northside, back deep to receive for Northside. Number 12, Brett Thurman, kickoff for the Panthers.
After the score, the Panthers and Rhett Thurman are going to kick the ball off back to the Grizzlies.
21-7, your Cabot Panthers are up.
What a score that is to see. Rhett Thurman's kick is away. Fielded at about the 5-yard line. Breaks one. He has a punch of open field. He'll be brought down at about the 38-yard line. That's fielded by number 5, Levante Tucker.
Whitman on the stop.
Jared Whitman is the man credited with the tackle on the play. So the Northside Grizzlies do have good field position, but it's only a matter of time before somebody like Carson Attaway, Jaden Rawls, Kyle McIntyre come up with a big interception.
As he fakes the handoff and keeps it for a gain of 6.
That's Matthew Hollenbeck on the keeper there.
Speaks on the stop for the Panthers.
As Drayden Norwood hasn't played one offensive possession in the second quarter.
Snaps, fakes the handoff once again, and he'll be wrapped up and dropped in a backfield.
Dropped in the backfield. Gibson on the stop.
He'll be dropped at about the 40-yard line. Be 3rd and 10 for the Northside Grizzlies. And I don't know if you've seen, but there's number 24, Jaden Rawls, a dangerous man. Just waiting for a pass to come his way so he could pick it off and take it to the house.
As Chase Gibson right there had a big-time sack right there. And hopefully this leads to a big-time stop.
Drops back, looks, throws it over the middle. That's going to be dropped. That's going to be dropped. Intended for number 13, Preston Ball.
4th down.
Be 4th down for the Grizzlies. The Panthers are, I guess they may have saw a pregame. Talking about the third down conversions. So, Evan, I want to ask you a question. How's that North Little Rock Bryant game going?
Well, Tristan, it took a bit of a turn, and now Bryant is up 21-7 in the second quarter.
Kyra Rudolph will field it about around the 20-yard line.
Rudolph with the fair catch. Be first and 10 for the Panthers. Ball spot their own 23-yard line.
With 2 minutes and 3 seconds left, Cabot will take over on the 23-yard line.
Well, don't be surprised if you see a deep pass here from Tyler G to Kyra Rudolph and get another touchdown here. As looks like they're going back in that I formation. No, he will hand it off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner bounces to the outside. He's just brought down at around the 30.
Stop for Northside.
As they say, he stayed in bounds, so the clock will run.
No.
Second and 4.
Coach Reed has 2 timeouts left as the clock keeps running with 1:30 left in this half. I'm wondering, will Coach Reed use those timeouts?
As a man did jump off sides, they're looking for the flag, but one won't be called.
Snap the ball. As he just used one of those timeouts. As the clock winded down, running all the time off.
We'd like to welcome home the class of 1984.
How much time is left, Evan?
Celebrating their
1:16,
reunion.
Tristan.
Well, I guarantee the Panthers are about to come back in that I formation, surprise the Grizzlies defense, and throw a pass here to get another first down and maybe a touchdown. We'll be right back at the resume of action.
Doughboy pools and in-ground selection. As always, free spa and pool water testing. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun. BurtonPools.com. Fluorine-free backwards-hill pool care system. The difference is clear. BurtonPools.com. With 2 locations in Fort Smith and Springdale to serve you. BurtonPools.com.
Welcome back to the resume of action here. It is second down for the Panthers. They're back in that I formation, Evan. Something they ran for dangerously. Hands it off to Graham Turner.
Turner on the carry.
Doesn't gain a whole lot there.
Stop for Northside.
Third down is coming up here for the Panthers. Evan, so who's controlling the momentum going into halftime?
Definitely Cabot right now. You know, Grizzlies scored their first offensive possession,
Brings up 3rd and 2.
and
Ball spotted at the Cabot 32-yard
with
line.
only 2 minutes ran off the clock. And they haven't scored since, so, you know, that would be 22 minutes if they don't score, and they most likely will not. That's 22 minutes without scoring. That's a lot, Tristan.
As it will be a keeper there. Tyler G looks to have the first down, and he does.
Northside defensive line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Ball spot their own 35-yard line.
Evan, you know what it's going to be?
What is that, Tristan?
Another Cabot Panther. First down.
20 seconds left in the first half, as they will have time for one more play if Coach Reed does not call a timeout.
Looks like they're going to need it to send it to halftime. So that's what they're going to do. Tyler G takes the knee. That'll be the final play before half, and don't go anywhere during half because we're going to show the preview for CHS Theater Department's Camp Rock, and we're going to go through, once again, the Panther Forum. We hope you enjoy the previews, and go Panthers.
Red River is proud to support the community of Cabot and the Cabot Panthers for over 15 years now.
We are and we will continue to be your hometown dealership. Make that beautiful drive to Heber Springs, or you can visit us online at redriverdodge.com. And don't forget, we deliver. Go Panthers!
Welcome to the 9th edition of the Panther Forum. I'm Tristan Bates.
And I'm Tristan Harlan. Last week, the Panthers took on the Bryant Hornets at Panther Stadium. Let's take a look at the highlights from the game.
The Hornets and Panthers took a majority of the first quarter to score. However, the Bryant Hornets scored first off a block punt that turned out to be a safety against the Panthers.
The Hornets continued scoring as Austin Ledbetter threw his first touchdown of the night, then completed the 2-point conversion.
Once the Hornets found the end zone, they didn't stop scoring as they put up 27 points in the first half. Cabot, however, was able to put up 10 points on the board, but that was the last time the Panthers scored for the rest of the game.
The second half was much of the same for the Hornets. They continued to dominate on the ground and in the air with no answer from the Panthers. The Hornets ended the game defeating the Panthers 55-10.
Tonight, the Panthers travel to Fort Smith to take on the Northside Grizzlies.
Tristan, after last week's defeat, are the Panthers going to have to play with something to prove?
They certainly are. The Panthers are going to come out with a chip on their shoulder and have extra motivation to win tonight's contest.
That is true. The chip on the Panthers' shoulder should make for an exciting game tonight.
This has been the 9th edition of the Panther Forum. I'm Tristan Bates.
And I'm Tristan Harlan. Go Panthers!
Welcome back, everybody, to the second half of some Cabot Panther football. Back on the broadcast is me, Tristan Harlan, with my broadcast partner, Evan Tonneson. And Evan, coming into the second half, what do the Panthers need to do to seal their victory and a spot in the playoff?
Keeping up the defensive stops on defense. That's really big for us right now. They really haven't been in position to score ever since that first offensive possession they had.
Well, the Grizzlies are coming on the field here, 1st and 10.
As they hand it off, no, he fumbles the ball as he will pick it back up and still run with it for a gain of what looks to be 3.
Matthews on the stop for Cabot.
That was a good opening play there by the Grizzlies to get some kind of momentum going here at the start of the second half.
As he passes it out.
Those to the flat there. That is caught by number 5, Jackson King.
Tristan, I took defense. What do you think the offense needs to do?
Well, we saw in the first half how the offense really prevailed on third downs, prevailed on scoring opportunities, and really found Tyler G really found the opening man. So I know if we could do the same thing we were doing in the first half, just working the clock, throwing the ball down the field, getting everything set up, get the man in motion, get everything going. It's like poetry in motion. Just got to keep the guys going, keep everything going, keep mindsets right, and there's no doubt in my mind that the Panthers will put more points on the board and win the game tonight. As he hands off here,
I agree with that, Tristan. Running time off the clock, because the more time we have, the less time they have.
And Tyler G and Graham Turner are excellent at really chewing clock, as we saw at the end of the first half there. Graham Turner really finding gaping, opening holes in the line and getting around the blocks and just getting around everybody to get more time off the clock and the first downs to keep everything going. As
he fakes the handoff and keeps it.
There'll be Norwood on the run. He gets a first down for the Grizzlies.
As they bring him back out, as he did not play much the second quarter.
Well, hope everything is okay with him and he's healthy, and because you'd never like to see anybody go down in a football game that can't play no more. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies here as he hands the, no, he'll keep it himself, rolls, he has the room, Preston, he just stiffs on Preston Kiahi. May have had the face mask there, but Preston Kiahi does push him out of bounds.
For a loss of 1 yard.
So it'll be 2nd down here for the Grizzlies. Defense is really stepping up, Evan. Names like Preston Kiahi, Justin Underwood, Chase Gibson are really getting in the backfield, not allowing a lot of yards here.
Putting the pressure on the quarterback.
Well, the defensive backs aren't allowing any sort of passing yards either, so you got to think when you do the defensive player of the game later tonight, you may have to pick one of those defensive back, maybe Carson that away. As Norwood would keep it himself, and he's just dropped it around the 40-yard line. Looks to be about the 41. Kyle McIntyre is credited with the tackle there. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Grizzlies. Do you think that they're going to get a first down here, or they're going to have another 3 and out?
I'm hoping they get a stop here, Tristan, as there is a flag on the play.
Most likely will be false start on the offense, so Norwood and his men will have to move back at about 5 yards.
After the penalty, it'll be 3rd and 11 for the Grizzlies. Ball spotted from Cabot, 46 yards.
As now it will be 3rd and 11. As you can expect, a pass here or maybe a run by Norwood, as he has had multiple big games.
Norwood drops back, looks for the pass, throws it over the middle. That's going to be almost intercepted there.
Norwood's pass, incomplete, intended for Thorne.
Almost intercepted there. It's going to be number 11, Kyle McIntyre, with the almost intercepting the ball there. So the punting unit will come out on the field for the Grizzlies. Evan, the Grizzlies are really struggling to get first downs here on 3rd downs.
They will punt it here, but it's a bad snap.
Oh! He's just almost speared right there.
Fumble on the play, recovered by Cabot. It'll be 1st and 10 Panthers, ball spot to the Northside, 42-yard line.
As Payson Woods is getting helped off the field right here.
Man, I tell you, I thought the punter was done. He almost got speared on the play, but after he dropped the ball, Cabot just got it. So now it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Sends a man in motion here. G throws it. He's going to have a man wide open. Turns around. He's at the 20, 15. Dropped it around the 10-yard line. As it is a first down for the Panthers after the great throw by Tyler G. He sends Kyler Carmack in motion, hands it off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner breaks one. Graham Turner is almost at the 5-yard line there.
Van Matry on the stop.
As Cabot is looking to punch this in to give him a 3-possession lead.
They're back in that I formation, Evan, and you know when Cabot goes I form, they're dangerous. So he fakes the handoff. G throws it, and he's just gonna have nobody, as he had Gage Morrow wide open, but I guess Gage didn't turn around for the pass.
3rd down.
As it is 3rd down with 7 minutes and 54 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Panthers are going to look to punch it in here. How do you think we're going to punch it in here, Evan? G will hand it off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner tries to break one. He's down at about the 5-yard line. So it's a 4th and goal here for the Panthers. Well, I was going to ask you if...
Well, actually, Tristan, the first down marker's at the 1-yard line. So all we necessarily have to do is get it to the 1-yard line, and we have 4 more tries to get it in.
That is true, but Coach Reed's not going to risk anything early on in the second half. So Rhett Thurman does come out for the field goal. So we wait the snap here. Kick is up and is good.
And with just 15 remaining in the 3rd quarter, it's Cabot 24, Northside 7.
Cabot does go up 24-7 here.
With 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. As what we were talking about, if we stop them on their first drive, it would be good and keep the momentum with us. Not only did we stop them, but we got 3 points out of it. We got a field goal, and that is showing us that Rhett Thurman is healthy.
Well, it's always a good thing when your star kicker's healthy. He's no longer battling the hip injury that he had for the past couple of weeks, and I'm just glad to see the big foot of Rhett Thurman back on the field to hopefully stay for good and get everything done. As we await Rhett Thurman's kick here. And it's underway here. Just bounces. Oh. It's just going to be a touchback here.
Touchback will be 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. Ball spot their own 20-yard line.
So the Grizzlies will start here at their own 20. And Evan, I want to go back and look at all these drives that the Grizzlies have had so far in tonight's game after them scoring. Correct me if I'm wrong, but every drive since the Grizzlies have scored, they have had 3 and outs every time. So on this drive here, do you think it's going to be more of the same, or do you think the Grizzlies are going to miraculously put something together and get something going?
Well, as a Cabot Panther fan, I hope they don't get something together as they fumble the ball again.
And Cabot says they have it, and they do. They do.
The ball is recovered by the Cabot Panthers.
Cabot with a big-time fumble recovery. So now the Panthers will take over with a great field possession, pretty much where they left off on the field goal, Evan. So the Grizzlies just having another costly mistake here, as they've not really had some all night, but they haven't really been able to get the first downs that they needed to expand the ball across the pylon to get back in this game. So back in that I formation is Cabot. G under center here. Will fake the handoff, drops back, looks, corner of the end zone. No, he does catch it though. Kyler Carmack does catch it.
Relaford on the stop.
As Cabot will be down on the 7-yard line.
At the
Hopefully this time they're at the 7-yard line. They can punch it in.
Well, even if they don't, we still have the chance to put points on the board with the best kicker in our conference. As he just hands it off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner just walks into the end zone.
Untouched.
Untouched.
Right
So, Evan, that will be a Cabot Panther touchdown.
If they make this right here, it will be 31-7. Your Cabot Panthers up with 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter.
As we wait the point after, kick is underway and it is good.
With 6:30 remaining in the third quarter. The Cabot Panthers 31, the Northside Grizzlies 7.
So it will be 31-7 with 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter.
Northside's back deep to receive for Northside. Thurman to kick it away for Cabot.
After the great drive there by the Panthers, after the turnover by the Grizzlies, they put even more points on the board.
As I'd like to give a shout out to our band, our cheerleaders and our dance team, and our fans, most importantly, come in here, sitting in the cold and supporting us.
They win Panther Fans of the Week.
Well,
the Grizzlies take over here.
It'll be first and 10 Grizzlies.
First and 10, but the last couple of times they've had first and 10s, they haven't been able to do nothing. It's been 3 and outs every time.
See what they can do right here. The Panther defense. Make it 3 possessions in a row where they fumbled it.
Hands the ball off. He tries to break one, but no, he's wrapped up. That is number 5, Jackson King, on the carry. He gets maybe 5 on the play. So Evan, I gotta ask a question. How's that North Little Rock game looking?
Well, Tristan, as we saw earlier, first quarter it was tied up 7-7. Then in the second quarter, it made a little turn where Bryant went up 21-7, but North Little Rock battled back, got a touchdown, made it 21-14 going into halftime.
As the Grizzlies quarterback was sacked, but a flag does come out.
As there was a flag on the play, as it is a face mask.
After the penalty, it's 2nd and 2, ball started.
So it'll be 2nd and 2 here. Hands the ball off, but he'll be wrapped up, dropped in the backfield. Be number 5 on the carry, Jackson King.
Get your 50-50 tickets out. The winning ticket will be announced after this play. Take home tonight, $271. $271.
So it'll be 3rd down here for the Grizzlies. Drops back, looks, throws it. That'll be caught by number 13, Preston Ball.
And is just 1 yard short of the first down.
He's tackled by number 24, Jaden Riles.
Ball stopped around 41-yard line. The winning ticket number is 475.
As there's 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third quarter, your Panthers are up 31-7.
This is 4th and inches here. If the Grizzlies don't get this, it's pretty much ball game for them early. As Matthew Hollenbach is in at quarterback. Jackson King at running back here 3 receivers, 2 out left, 1 out right. The timeout is called Charge Northside.
It is a white ticket.
So,
Ticket number is
timeout called. We'll be right back with when the action resumes.
307. Please come to the first floor of the press box with your winning ticket to claim your $271. And thank you for supporting the Northside Insteppers.
Big time 4th down here coming up for the Grizzlies. Snap it, hands it off. No, he'll be wrapped up, dropped in, back in the backfield. So it'll be turnover on downs here for the Grizzlies. The Cabot Panthers will get the ball back, but a flag does come out.
And it looks to be on Northside. It looked to be all the Panthers were on their side. And
looks like it will be called charged to the Northside Grizzlies. Evan, do you think if if the Panthers score here, that'll be a ball game?
That will be a tremendous lead, but Tristan, I do believe, like we saw at Pine Bluff, we came out and we scored a lot, and I think it was 21 or 24 points in a quarter, and that's how many they have to score right here. So it may be the game, but they can always come back and make it close.
G hands it off to Dante Barker. Dante Barker gets nothing.
Loss of one on the play brings up a 2nd and 11 for Cabot. Ball spotted at the Northside 24-yard line.
So we 2nd down here for the Panthers. Three receivers on the field, split out wide. G hands it off to Dante Barker. Dante Barker through a hole.
Barker again on the carry. Hoffman on the stop for the Grizzlies. That winning ticket number again is 475307. 475307. Come to the first floor of the press box to claim your $271 or a new ticket.
As it will be 3rd and 6. With 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, Panthers still up 31-7.
Panthers are most likely going to call a pass here. Kyra Rudolph's not on the field. Fakes the handoff, throws it over the middle. That's going to be a pass interference call on the Grizzlies.
As that was Garrett Hill for the intended receiver.
Number 2, Jeff Frazier is going to be the man charged for the penalty.
Congratulations to Samara Price on the $271.
So it will be 1st and goal for the Panthers.
After the penalty, it'll be 1st and goal Cabot. Ball spotted at the 9-yard line.
Well, Evan
hands it off to Dante Barker as he stays on his feet for a gain of about 3.
Barker on the carry.
Dante Barker he may look like a big boy, but let me tell you, he gets in the open field, and if you don't take him out by the legs, he's gone. He's going to score every time if you let him get in the open field, that is. But it'll be 2nd and goal here for the Panthers. Back in that I formation is Cabot. Sends the man in motion. We'll hand it off once again to Dante Barker. Dante Barker rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling down at about the 5-yard line.
For a gain of about 2 with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter.
After the play, it's 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line.
Panthers still up 31-7.
Crucial 3rd down here for the Panthers. If you're Coach Reed, are you telling Tyler G to hand the ball off to Dante Barker once again, or are you trying to get into the end zone?
Well, Tristan, I would try to hand the ball off again and see how it works this time. 3rd time's the charm.
Well, if you don't get the first down, you're not really missing a whole lot, as there will be a timeout charged to the Cabot Panthers. So like per usual, timeout called. We'll take a break. We'll be right back at the start.
Grizzly fans, keep up with your favorite team all year long with the official app of Northside Grizzly Athletics. A free download in the App Store and Google Play. The Northside Grizzly Athletics app will keep you up to date with all things Grizzly. Schedules, scores, rosters, news, social media, final score notifications, as well as live broadcasts are just a touch away. The official app of the Northside Grizzlies, proudly presented by Crane Automotive. Download today for free in the App Store or Google Play.
O'Neill Real Estate is a boutique-style real estate firm offering high-end services and valuing real connections with our clients. When selling your home or property, O'Neill Real Estate ensures your listing has the power to capture your buyer creatively, using all the cutting-edge tools and technology and social media to best service our clients. We're excited to be in our new home at 2500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. Our team of agents are well-vetted professionals who exhibit entrepreneurial behavior, are prudent risk takers, and operate as a team.
We are back at the resume of action, like we said. G sends the man in motion, snaps the ball, hands it off to Dante Barker. Dante Barker is just not going to, is going to be short of the touchdown. So, Evan, we're going to go back to that North Little Rock Bryant game. What's the score right now, Evan?
As it is important to keep up with North Little Rock, knowing that we play them next week. Actually, North Little Rock was down 21-14. Coming out at the third quarter, they came and scored and made it 21-21, putting up a fight with Bryant this week.
Well, maybe upset city down there in North Little Rock. We hope the Wildcats can pull it off against the Hornets. So when they come to town next week and we beat them, that wins us oh so good when we clinch home field advantage in the playoff.
As there is a minute left in the third quarter, as the score is now 34-7.
Brett Thurman did boot in a field goal after the failed touchdown on 3rd and goal.
Pro side back deep to receive for the Grizzlies. Thurman to kick off for Cabot.
As we await the kickoff from Brett Thurman. Kick is up, and it is away. Returnable kick here, fielded at about the 5-yard line. Breaks one defender, but he'll be wrapped up by a sea of white jerseys.
Pro side's on the return, out across the 20-yard line.
They stuffed him up.
Ostendorf on the stop.
Cody Essendorf is going to be credited with the tackle there.
1st and 10 Grizzlies, ball spot their own 22.
Evan, we talked about 3rd down conversions and talk about 3rd down stops. It looks like, as I said earlier, the Panthers may have been watching our pregame and knowing what they had to do, and they're doing it here as they hand it off to Jackson King.
King on the carry.
However, Evan, what a game this has been for the Panthers. I guess that chip on the old shoulder has really came into full effect. Wouldn't you agree?
It has, Tristan. You know, it's just this thing with athletes. You know, whether it's basketball, football, any sport, you don't want to lose 2 games in a row. It puts you in a hole as they pass it in. The pass is complete and brought down by Tyler Parks, Preston Kiahi, as they will bring him down at around the 30-yard line.
Bring up 3rd and 2 for Northside. Ball spot there on 30
With
yard
7
line.
seconds left in the 3rd quarter as the clock will run out.
So that will be the end of the 3rd quarter.
With Cabot leading Southside, Northside 34-7, as we will see you in the 4th quarter.
Well, Jimmy, those Grizzlies seem like a loaded up on Christmas. So, I'm old back.
Well, there you have it. Round 4, the Northside for the win. Coming up, coming up. Third and 2 for the Grizzlies. Ball spot there on 30-yard line.
So we're back here.
Flag on the play.
There was a flag on the play. Well, Evan, we came, we saw, and we pretty much conquered the Northside Grizzlies. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree, Tristan, but this game is not over yet. I will agree with you when that buzzer ends and calls the game, because you never know what can happen.
The 3rd down here for the Grizzlies is they drop back, look, and he is sacked in the backfield.
Norwood goes down the backfield.
So 4th down is coming up here for the Northside Grizzlies, and the Northside Grizzlies had to come in this game and capitalize on these 3rd down conversions and get the 1st downs on 3rd downs, but they just haven't been able to do that. So that's been the demise of tonight's game.
Tyra Rudolph is back to receive the punt.
More to punt. Rudolph to receive.
Put us in good field position around the 50-yard line.
Cairo will call for the fair catch there.
At his own 46-yard line, where the Panthers will have it 1st and 10. The Grizzlies
as they will have the ball on the 46-yard line.
And the Reichert Realtor, the Griffin Company, for being the official team sponsors of Northside Grizzlies football.
Well, Evan, if you had to pick one key moment of tonight's game, what so far would be the play that really gave the Panthers the momentum that they kept throughout the game?
Tristan, I really, people will look at it and think it's not. But that touchdown after the turnover, that is something that is good for us. Knowing that we can just drop the feeling from the turnover and go score. It doesn't have to. Everything doesn't have to be going good for us to score. It can be whether it's a turnover or 3 touchdowns in a row, we can still score. I think that's what led the score to be 34-7 right now.
Well, earlier on in the game, Carson Attaway was pretty much slung into the north side sideline, and since you mentioned something about the offense, I'm going to say about the defense. I know many people, like you said, wouldn't really think this was the big thing, but when Carson Attaway was slung into the sideline, I know that he told his guys, "Hey, I just got slung, and I didn't like it that much."
Oh, that's a blindside hit.
However, like I was saying, hey, I didn't like that getting slung too much. So he told his guys, hey, let's not let these guys put any more points on the board. Let's not even get another first down. Let's lock them down, and let's go home happy with a win, knowing that we clinched the playoff spot. So I think that's what really sparked the defense to get the big thing tonight. G calls for the snap, drops back, looks, throws it. That's going to be incomplete. Intended for Garrett Freeman.
Fourth down.
Evan, it's the first time in a pretty good while that Cabot has not been able to get a first down. They've had to come out and punt. Do you think that Northside may have a little momentum to put some kind of miracle going here in the fourth quarter?
Tristan, I honestly don't know. We punted in the first half, and it really didn't affect them. And it looked like Northside may have touched the ball. Northside touched it.
Well, Cabot will get the ball deep, super deep in Northside territory. So that's another mistake. But Evan, I want to go back to that North Little Rock game. How are we looking over there in North Little Rock?
Well, Tristan, right now North Little Rock has held them to no points in the third quarter, still tied up to 21-21. But that is good for North Little Rock, holding a dominant team like Bryant is right now to 21 and keeping them tied up with them. They're putting up a fight for sure.
Well, you got to think those head coaches over that Bryant are really kind of starstruck that their starters aren't been able to do anything like, because they've been able to dominate Mercer every team that they've played so far.
As that handoff was to Dante Barker for a gain of what looks to be 3 with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Cabot 34, the Grizzlies 7.
Man, oh man, this has been a great game for the Cabot Panthers to really say, hey, we can hang with, just because we got blown out at our home turf, because we got blown out, that we can't hang with the Joneses. So there's no doubt in my mind that people are going to look at this game and say, hey, Cabot just went into Northside and beat Northside, even though Northside hasn't really won a game in conference this year. They still was able to come into enemy territory and really put on a good showing. So if we do this against North Little Rock, there's no doubt in my mind that, and we win that game, then we'll definitely have home field advantage and may go all the way this year.
And you got to remember, Tristan, it is senior night, so the fans for Northside, there's going to be more fans here than there normally are. So it's a harder environment to play in.
Well, as Tyler G is done at quarterback for the night, Kyler Cormack does come in at quarterback. Well, there is a nail biter in North Little Rock. Do believe those two teams did play in the state championship a while back.
Cabot is going for it on 4th and 16.
It's kind of a risky thing to go for here to kind of rub in your victory. There was a delay of game on Kyler Cormack.
So now Rhett Thurman will come out to punt the ball.
Thurman to punt. Marks back.
Well, that's probably a better call for the Panthers to do anyway. Punt is away. Booming punt down at about the 5-yard line.
Ball goes out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Will be 1st and 10 Northside.
as there is 8 minutes and 21 seconds left in tonight's game. Your Cabot Panthers up 34-7.
As Northside is pinned deep in their own territory here.
As the quarterback is almost sacked, but the pass falls incomplete. As the Hornets did score against the charging Wildcats of North Little Rock, now 28-21.
So you're saying Bryant's in the lead?
Bryant is in the lead.
How much time's left in that game, Evan? As they hand the ball off, go nowhere there for the Grizzlies.
I believe it is just the start of the fourth, Tristan. As there is a flag on the play, let's see what they say.
Be a face mask call on the Panthers, so the Grizzlies will move up. By the way, of that North Little Rock game, North Little Rock just got in the end zone. So that's a good game going over there.
3rd and 1, ball spotted at the 13-yard line of Northside.
But there's a flag called, so it's probably going to get called back. But anyways, back in our game.
Massey on the first down carry.
Massey on the first down carry did get a good gain of yards for his team.
Masterson on the stop for Cabot.
As there is 7 minutes and 58 seconds left in tonight's game.
Massey on the carry.
So that looks to go nowhere for the Grizzlies.
Short game, Masterson once again on the stop. Second and 9.
Be 2nd and 9 here for the Grizzlies.
As they took Norwood out, and it looks, he almost had a hold of him. Ooh, great hit right there. It will be 3rd down in what looks to be, there is a flag on the play.
That was Holland back with the carry, so there's a flag after the play. Let's see what the referee calls it. It's Tyler Parks is clapping, so it may be against the Grizzlies.
Tyler Parks happy about that, agging them on.
The referees are discussing the flag here. What do you think the flag's going to be?
Sportsmanlike conduct. Personal foul.
Well, here goes.
Dead ball, personal foul.
So we'll be against the offense. So the Grizzlies will move back more yards.
With 7 minutes and 7 seconds left in our game, with Northside 3rd and what looks to be 20, or 2nd and 20.
Did the man in motion, hands the ball off. Just really goes nowhere, so that will be another 4th down for the Grizzlies, so the punting unit will come back out on the field.
4th down.
Well, we will see, Tristan. Well, that's what it looks like. There is 6 minutes and 35 seconds left in tonight's game. Cabot still leading 34-7.
More to punt. Rudolph back deep.
Well, based on how North Little Rock's doing against Bryant, do you think that Cabot can do this next week against the Wildcats?
I sure hope so, Tristan. That would be great for Cabot to play against North Little Rock like this. Because as we've been watching, the score, North Little Rock's been competing with Bryant, and if we can do this to North Little Rock, that shows that we can compete with Bryant.
Well, Bryant's going to be the head poncho to really take out in the playoff. To be 1st and 10 for your Cabot Panthers here. 3 wide receivers out. Carmack calls for snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Oh, he's in open field. He's in a foot race. He's gone. There's one man to beat. He's at the 5. That's going to be another Cabot Panther touchdown. The great quarterback keeper there by Kyler Carmack. The Panthers will go up now even more. It'll be 40-7.
That is something great to see right there, Tristan. Our secondary quarterback coming in. If we win, and we're up by a lot, we want to see backups do good. That shows potential.
Kick is up and it's good. No, it is no good.
6:01 remaining in the ball game. Cabot Panthers 40, the Northside Grizzlies 7.
So the Panthers are up 40-7 here in tonight's football game. So we'll wait the kickoff.
There's 6 minutes left. Cabot up now, 40-7.
So we're still awaiting the kickoff.
Equipment kickoff.
Kick is away.
And returnable.
Yeah.
He's going to return it and get to about the 25-yard line.
Pro sites on the return out near the 25-yard line.
Well, Tonneson, I know we've been talking about it a lot lately, but how's North Little Rock doing against Bryant?
I think it is still 28-21. Bryant is still up.
Well, Cabot fans, don't forget that the CHS Theater Department is hosting Kid Rock coming up, or Camp Rock coming up. The theater department works very hard to put on a great show for everybody that comes out. And seniors, you do get free admission coming Friday. So hope you enjoy that show and enjoy some Cabot Panther football. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, next week is the last game for the Panthers. But don't be sad, because Cabot Sports is going to continue as the basketball season is just right around the corner.
Tristan, we were just talking about North Little Rock. Just got an update. Bryant just scored, and now the score is 35-21.
Well, that's probably the end of that game, Evan. To be second down here for the Grizzlies. Hands the ball off. No, he keeps it himself. Has open field. He's around the outside. And he'll just be cream of the crop. Drop down at around the 40-yard line.
Hemphill on the stop for Cabot. 1st and 10 Grizzlies.
So it'll be a new first set of downs here for the Grizzlies. Well, Evan, no matter what happens. Well, no, I want to ask you another question. Hold that thought. I know you're a basketball player, so what's some things for basketball that you've been working on that the fans can expect to see this season? As it is a fumbled snap. Oh, it's picked up. It's picked up. Oh, he's just dropped down around the 15-yard line. Evan, like I was saying about the basketball season coming up, what is something that y'all have been working on that the fans can expect to see coming up this season?
You know, Tristan, we competed last year with every team we played, and we're going to do that again. It's going to be a great season. I think the fans will love it this year. It will be, honestly, probably the best season, one of the best seasons Cabot has had.
Well, I can't wait to be in Panther Arena calling those games with broadcast partner Tristan Bates, who, speaking of Tristan Bates, we hope that everything is going well with his aunt. We received word that his aunt did be admitted to the hospital because of a medical reason that we hope, and she is in CHT. Everybody here at CHTV's thoughts and prayers, and we wish for her a speedy recovery, and we hope everything is okay with Tristan Bates and his family. So Tristan, if you're watching tonight, just know that everybody here loves you, and we're all praying for you, buddy.
The 11-yard line. Timeout on the field.
There is a timeout here for an injured player. So once the action resumes, we will continue. We'll be right back after this. We're back, and Cabot almost scores there. That is rushed by number 23, Trey Birdsong. I played with Trey Birdsong back when I still played football, and he's pretty elusive. When you get him around the outside in an open field, he's gone.
3-yard line will be first and goal, Cabot.
So it'll be first and goal here for the Cabot Panthers.
As there is 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in tonight's game. Cabot still up 40-7, looking to extend the lead here.
Caleb Allen is in at quarterback, hands it off to Birdsong. Birdsong breaks around, and he's gonna be in for the no.
That's Traylon Tony or Jalen Tony.
Cousin of T.J. Rogers.
Demarius Davis on the stop for Northside. Second and goal from the 1.
This will be second goal from the 1 for the Panthers. As Northside fans are just leaving the stadium now, they know that they have no chance of coming back here.
Cabot looking to punch it in right here with little under 3 minutes to go.
Caleb Allen's calls for snap, hands it off to number 13. Jalen Tony just doesn't get anything on the run.
It is now third down and what looks to be 3 yards.
From the 3-yard line.
With 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in tonight's game.
As the Panthers look to put even more points on the board here on this third and goal. Snaps. No, he would just knee it. So he'll send it to a fourth and goal here. With just over 2 minutes. It is now 2 minutes left to go in tonight's football game.
Quarterback knows on the ball. Brings up fourth and goal from the 5.
So 1:42 left. 4th and goal here for Cabot. And they're just going to kneel it to get the clock going to get out of tonight's game with a win. So Evan, who is tonight's defensive MVP for the Cabot Panthers?
Well, Tristan, you know, I've seen a lot of great plays tonight, and the man that I see out there trying hard is Mason Wade. He goes after every ball there is, whether it's his or not. He's hustling for it. So I'm going to go with Mason Wade. Now, Tristan, I must ask you, who is your offensive player of the game?
Well, you know, it's so hard to give it to just one player. However, my Cabot Panther offensive MVP is number 8. Starting quarterback, Tyler G. Tyler G has made some very great throws tonight. He's got the ball in the end zone countless times, whether it's with his legs or just airing the ball out. And for that reason alone, Tyler G., congratulations, man. You're my offensive player of tonight's game.
As there is a minute left in tonight's game, Cabot up 40-7. Like to give another shout out to our band and our cheer and our dance, traveling this long ways to, you know, support our team, you know, give them the energy that they need.
And once again, as I do every week at the end of the game, I want to give a special thanks to everybody here at Northside that allows us to come do this. I want to thank Mr. Massey for bringing us and doing everything that he does for the program there at Cabot High School. I want to thank my broadcast partner, Evan Tonneson. I want to thank Jack Starnes for the amazing camera work. I want to thank Evan Crow for the amazing technical work that he does behind the scenes for everybody. And I want to wish the Cabot Panthers luck next week against the North Little Rock Wildcats. And once again, Tristan, if you're watching, everybody here is praying for you, and we hope everything's okay with your aunt. And we hope to see you on Monday for school, and if not, then I'll sure will be first to call you when I don't see you to make sure everything's okay. So,
as the clock is winding down from 15 seconds.
This will most likely be the last play of tonight's game.
As it will be, your Panthers win 40, Grizzlies 7.
Well, what a game that was. The Panthers really prevailed from the last week's heartbreaker against Bryant. So that's going to wrap up tonight's broadcast. For CHTV Sports, I'm Tristan Harlan.
And I'm Evan Tonneson.
Good night, everybody. And as always, go Panthers.